Hello everyone and welcome back to our live campaign. So karibuni sana kwa RainBNB and Heart for Kids Decentralized Community Building CHAMA. Na I think leo tutaongelea tu how everything is changing and becoming digitized, or rather being enrolled into the blockchain ecosystem. Now, sijui kama hii weekendi mliweza kupata nafasi ya kuwatch movie hivi ama kujienjoy in one way or the other. I was able to watch a movie, na hii movie inaitwa G20. You can even look it up from any of the free live streaming platforms that I believe you can get either on Gujara, F Movies and many others. Now, this movie caught my attention for one specific reason, and this is Bitcoin. Hiyo tu ndo ili capture attention yangu. Now, there's a part where they talk about Bitcoin, and the villain here, who I think according to me is the hero, holds hostage of the leaders of the 20 richest countries in the world. That includes the US president, who happens to be a lady. Now, he goes and live streams telling everyone that no government can manipulate cryptocurrency and how it will save the people from their control. That's a very powerful movie. This message they are sending you through a movie, kumbuka, it's an indirect way of telling the masses where the future of the world is headed to. So msiwatch tu movie ati kujibamba, hapana. Sometimes pick a lesson, try and see what you can learn from that movie. This is not just entertainment. This is a way of the universe sending out a message, and people should try and move with the times. So we must try and open our eyes to realize that this is happening whether we like it or not, and we are headed towards a new revolution, the new face of money, and that is blockchain, or rather Bitcoin, which comes in as a godfather of cryptocurrencies because it initiated what we know today as the blockchain ecosystem, and through that they have been able to deploy several layers, which has enabled successful and fast transactions. Super fast. Now, these movies, like I said, are not just for entertainment purposes. They are tools that are used to create a trend and usher in a new era or a new age. Now, for this case, the new age that's being ushered in is the blockchain era. So, blockchain is a system, is an ecosystem that creates decentralization. That brings back power now from centralization, or the few individuals who have been holding that power has been now returned back to the people, you and me. So it's time that Africans should embrace and adopt to such technology through RainBNB's community wealth distribution strategy, financial growth, and freedom from any central bank and authority, and which will now bring economic growth for all African nations through the spending power of its citizens. That's how powerful hii tool yenye tunataka kutumia, which is RainBNB, is. Now it will liberate us from financial control, financial strains, because these things are brought about fraud, embezzlement, mismanagement of funds, obviously, which now is a downside, and the downside to that also causes an effect to the economy. So it brings down the economy, there's no development, and therefore scarcity in resources or finances. All right. Anyway, so let's talk about RainBNB's earning model. But before we jump into that, let's reflect back on during the US president's campaign. Hiyo ni wakati Donald Trump alikuja back into the scene, akasema if he is re-elected, there are several things he will do. But alongside that, he said that he will recognize Bitcoin as a legal financial tender. That means, in essence, he will legalize cryptocurrencies. So therefore, this will cause a tremendous effect in the blockchain ecosystem at large. It won't just affect the value Bitcoin, meaning the value going up, because remember cryptocurrencies tend to be very volatile in nature, kumaanisha inaweza panda ama inashuka in value at any given moment, depending of course on the buy and sell demand of the ecosystem or the community that supports it. But remember, we also have other cryptocurrencies that are stable. That means they are pegged to the dollar, so its value is always 1 to 1. Hii haiwezi panda ama ishuke. Of course, you will notice a few differences in maybe in form of cents, but that does not change its value significantly. So that means it will always remain 1 to 1. So that's a stable coin. Iko pegged to the dollar. So an example of a stable coin is USDT, USDC, and many other stable coins that are pegged or tied to the dollar. So that means 1 USDT is equivalent to 1 US dollar. So that's its trading value. So let's try and dive a bit into the RainBNB's decentralized community earning model. While we have an open mind, kwamba the revolutionary step has begun. You have seen how the markets were behaving, the forex markets were behaving last week, and it really affected or brought in some losses, probably even profits too, depending on who was trading at that period and how they understood the markets would behave. But the markets were very, very volatile, especially after the implementation of the tariffs. But I believe they came to a halt and somehow stabilized the markets, which also caused an effect in the prices of products coming from various countries around the world. So this brought about a reduction in product prices. We're also expecting, I believe, the reduction of fuel prices as well, and many other changes within a very short period of time. But if we look back at the crypto market, yes, of course, it did make significant changes. It affected the volatility heavily, and it brought back the value of crypto or Bitcoin specifically a bit down to about $77,000. I think it got even to about 75,000 if I'm not wrong. But it went back, it was able to go back up to about 86,000. I believe it's about somewhere there as I speak. Let me just confirm the Bitcoin price today. On the value in USD. United States dollars. Yeah, it's about, it's actually $85,479. So I wasn't wrong. All right, so how do you stand to benefit from RainBNB's decentralized CHAMA earning model? Ni simple sana. Kuna many levels of income or how you can basically or generally benefit from RainBNB. We have the first one being your referral bonus. Now, referral bonus is tied with the direct income. It comes in as one. That gives you about 70%, but I will break it down as I proceed. But let me first tell you how many earning levels you have, and I will go as I break down on each earning level. So we have the referral bonus and the direct bonus, which comes as one. So those are two. And then the third one is the recurring level bonus. The fourth one being rank upgrade bonus, na ya tano ni royalty and lifestyle rewards. Now, royalty and lifestyle will apply these are two different rewards, but they will apply once you have reached prestigious levels. Prestigious levels ama ranks ni gani? We have a total of 15 ranks. Hizi ranks ni optional, si lazima ufike hadi huko kama utaki. But if you want to make money, ama kama unataka kuchangiwa pesa zaidi, so una upgrade tu. Hapa hakuna kazi mingi. There's no complexity. It's that simple. It's basically what you want out of this thing. This is a tool ambayo unaprovidiwa, ambayo unaweza benefit through financially if you go and refer friends, because hapa ni watu wanakuja kuchangiana, unlike the traditional way where people congregate ama come together as a group, maybe of 5, 10, 15, 20, depending on what number you are. You start contributing towards a cause, and then maybe someone receives that contribution this week, the other person next week, so on and so forth. Now this is very different. This is a digitized tool built on the blockchain ecosystem. So hapo ndo tofauti iko from traditional to digital. Sasa when something has been digitized, sasa hatutumii hizo mbinu traditional. Yes, we might use the ideas, but the ways that were being used before is not what we're using now. Sasa tunatumia njia tofauti. Sasa ni links. We are no longer calling in people one by one. Tunatumia links. Sasa hii link ndo unaongelesha mtu, akifurahia, akipenda ama akitaka kuja kuchangiwa, unamtumia link na instructions ya vile ataweza kuparticipate. Akisha ingia ama kujoin, si atakuwa amekutumia mchango, kutumia hiyo link ambayo umeshare na yeye. Bas, hivyo ndo kunaenda hapa. Mambo imerahisishwa. It's no longer the analog way we were doing it. It is now digitized, fully digitized, and everything is automated. So you receiving your rewards ama hizo contributions ni direct na ni instant. Why? Because we are using blockchain technology that enables quick ama lightning fast transactions. Of course tunatumia currency yenye hatujazoea, lakini bado ni pesa kwa sababu iko na value na iko tradable kwenye central exchange. Mpaka hapo I believe tumeelewana. So hii ni pesa ya internet yenye iko available for everyone, but you can also benefit completely if you join hii decentralized community building CHAMA, kwa sababu watu wanakuja wakikuchangia zaidi na zaidi, alafu sasa uko na option. Kumbuka niwaambia kuna different earning levels. So kuna zile ambazo una earn hapo hapo na kuna zile ambazo una earn as you're still receiving contributions from the community. Like nika unalipwa double. Sijui kama tunaelewana paka hapo. Yes. Ni malipo zinaingia almost pande zote, because nimetaja referral bonus na direct. Hizo ni wakati umerefer mtu kutumia link yako. Haya, kuna hii inaitwa recurring level bonus. Recurring level, kumbuka nimetaja levels hapa ni 15. So kwa kila level unaingia kuna kale ka bonus unapiga. Hii ni kando ya michango unapokea. Now you compare this na hizo traditional chamas mko nazo nyumbani. Do you receive this kind of benefits? Do you? Of course not. Of course not. Now, things have been digitized and made more efficient and more profitable for anyone or any community that decides to take the initiative for better change. If you're looking just to change financial status yako, this would be a good tool to use. But we cannot do it individually. We need a community, because hapa hivi we are based on people, peers, watu kwa watu. Hapa hakuna product tunauza. That is what I've always insisted from the beginning. We do not sell a product here. This is people who are coming to contribute money to each other. Hiyo tu. That is why I call it a digital CHAMA. Now, it is not just digital, it is also decentralized. Hapo ndo unapata hiyo aspect ya hiyo link, ama ni kwa nini unatumiwa directly kwa wallet yako na iendi ati mahali ndo hiyo pesa isambazwe. Hapana, because now haitakuwa decentralized tena, it will now be centralized. And when you have something centralized, that means you have a group of people who are controlling that central entity, sindio? So you will have chairman, you will have secretaries, you will have treasurer who collects those funds. Unajuaje huyu mtu atakula hizo pesa zenyu ama atakimbia nazo? Sawa. Haya, tuko na rank upgrade bonus. Kumaanisha nini? Hii inamaanisha ukiingia kwa hiyo rank ingine unalipwa na wale watu ambao unakuta huko hivyo. Kumaanisha once umejiposition huko hivyo, kwa maybe umetoka kwa hiyo rank ya kwanza umeingia kwa ya pili. Kwa ya pili yule mtu ambao atakuwa very quick in upgrading as well, because yeye pia anataka kuchangiwa zaidi. Sana kuja anakuchangia. Na si mtu mmoja peke yake. Hapana. Remember, there's a lot of people or a big community that is coming into this platform. Now, si ati watatosheka na kuchangiwa $2 2 ama 3 3. That is little money. Watu wanataka kuchangiwa pesa mingi, wajaze wallet. Kumbuka hapa wallet tunatumia ni digital na unaitumia kwa simu. So you are moving around with it anywhere and everywhere. So that brings about expansion and growth. So you are never limited. Unajua hizi chama zetu huku nyumbani, you are limited to a group of maybe a few individuals. Haiwezi pita hata zaidi ya 50 maybe. Unless kama ni ya community, maybe ni ya village hivi, ya kijiji, ni ya maybe hiyo kijiji ni ya watu kaa so ama watu 50, 150 or even 200. It's easier for them to manage that size of CHAMA. But look at the benefits you are getting compared to that you're used to back at home. The benefits here are insane. So besides hizo michango unapewa, kuna zingine bado unapata. Alafu kumbuka, hii ni point mimi hushinda nikirudia pia. Hapa ukitoa mchango wako, you will only go into your pocket once peke yake. Never again utaiambiwa ati sasa tumerudi kwa chama, sasa ingia kwa mfuko, toa mchango wako tena. Hapana. Never works like that, because remember, si kila wakati utakuwa na hiyo pesa. Maybe leo uko loaded, kesho kidogo mambo inakuja inakauka, biashara ukaukanga. Ama job pia ikianza kukaribia mid-month huko tarehe 15, 18, 20, kidogo mfuko runs dry. So where do you get those funds to keep on contributing into your CHAMA? So naona hiyo inakuanga hustle. And that's why sometimes unapata watu wengine wanakuwa penalized over situations that sometimes cannot be avoided, because people have bills to pay. We have fees, we have so many things. We have meals to buy and shoppings to do, and labda mtu anataka kufungua biashara mahali in the future, ama kununua shamba or something. So gharama ziko juu. And you cannot keep going back into your pocket to keep contributing into a CHAMA all the time. Especially maybe unaitishwa 500 every weekend, ama unaitishwa 1000. Sometimes hiyo itakuwa ngumu sana. But now imagine where unaambiwa hapa hivi unaingia tu kwa mfuko yako mara moja, na contribution una make peke yake ni $3. Now we put it at between 350 to 500 shillings ukiconvert to local currency, to account for hiyo volatility ya asset, because kumbuka this is a cryptocurrency, na ndo nimesema ina tend kupanda in value na kushuka. So that's a big factor that will affect some of these things. Alright. Besides hiyo, kumbuka kwa hizi levels kuna zile prestigious ones, zile za huko juu, kuanzia icon hadi the 15th one. Huku unakuja unalipwa kitu inaitwa royalties. Now royalties inatokana na size ya community ambayo imekufuata ama inaenda ikikulipa. So besides hizo michango unalipwa pesa mingi sana. And that's why I keep doing this campaign, kuwa enlighten na kufungua macho watu wengi ambao would not realize the potential hii kitu iko nayo, because RainBNB is bigger than you and I. This, like I say all the time, is not an individual initiative. It is a community-based tool that if we all come together tunaweza inuana si wote. And part of that initiative ndo hii campaign nafanya. I am natafuta kitu inaitwa funding ya about 7,000 BNB. Itani allow kuweza kufanya free activations throughout Africa, because imagine if the whole of Africa, or even hata see the whole of it, just 1.5 population of it, ama 0.1%, that's about 1.5 million Africans tuwafanye tu hizo free activations. Sasa nao waende wakiongelesha watu, wakirecruit wase, wakirifaa tu watu kwa hii kitu. Kumbuka hapa hivi ni watu wanachangiana. Hapa hakuna product tunauza ama service. This is just you and I contributing ama gifting each other money. That's it. There's no company here. This is a decentralized platform, a smart contract that is built on the blockchain ecosystem. Sasa hii smart contract ndio inatuma hizo maganji kutoka wallet moja kwa wengine. Hivyo. Na ichukui masaa, ni masekunde. Not even more than 5 seconds. Hata haifikishi hata 5 seconds. So if you still want to understand further how this whole thing works, you can still contact me or chat me up either on TikTok ama through my contacts, which I always leave after every live and I post. So hapo kwa description unapata information yote hapo hivyo. So for those who understand how this thing works, it's very easy. Nimepin hiyo process ya set up wallet yako na kuactivate participation yako kwa RainBNB. It's very simple na direct na fast. But if you do not understand it yet, it may take some time, lakini nitawaeleza tu the whole process once unajua lazima I take you through sometimes step by step kama ni mtu anani contact individually. Yeah, so even through hiyo tutorial others may still not understand, so it would be necessary for them to contact me directly. And I'm doing this thing for free. Sawa. So if it's a challenge for you to do it on your own, bado any contact. So I still want your funding from donors and sponsors, because it will enable me now to continue with the initiative. I have been able to do as much as I can from what I could, or what the giftings I received through this community, and nimeweza kuactivate watu kadhaa hapa na pale. There are those who came on camera, or you can see them from my profile, hizo videos nimepost. Kuna wale bado sijaweza kuwa post, but I also did free activations for them as well. But I still want to continue to push this campaign even further. Kumbuka, I have the whole of Africa to do 1.5 million free activations. Haitakuwa kazi rahisi na haitakuwa cheap. That is why naitisha hiyo 7,000 BNB. That is going to be more than enough to facilitate your marketing, boosting brand awareness na hiyo campaign online, because unajua kutumia some of these social platforms you need to pay for hizo ads. Nitazilipiaje? Maybe mkinitumia gifts ama mkituma hizo BNB, which information pia na jaga address ya your wallet where you can send hizo contributions zenyu for me now to be able to continue with this campaign even further. So yeah, that is basically it. So let's get down into breaking down this bonuses, and basically you see and understand how big you get to gain out of a very small contribution. Imagine unaingia na 400 or even 500 na unakuja unapewa hizi bonuses zote, more than 6 bonuses, because royalty and lifestyle rewards are separate. Hizi hazikujangi pamoja, but referral na bonus are 2 separate ones, but they come as one. Yeah, so let's start with the first one. So the first one being your referral bonus. Now, referral bonus earns you 10%. This is through using your direct referral link. Now, direct income comes to you at 60%, so it gives you a total of 70%. So that's the joining amount paid ama gifted to you instantly through your link yako pia. So it comes in as one. So the next one is the third one ni recurring level bonus. Now recurring level bonus hii inakuwa distributed about 1.5% across all 15 levels. 1.5%, imagine. So assuming your next level ni okay, not assuming, because the next level is about 0.0066 BNB. Now from that level, from hiyo ya pili kuendelea hadi ya 15, it doubles. So after 0.066, it's 0.013 something. Hivyo inaenda ikidouble ina double. So by the time unafika hiyo rank ya 15, unakuta unachanga ama ile amount unafaa kutumia ili kujoin hiyo rank ni about 54 BNB. Imagine 54 BNB. So how do you get to 54 BNB? Now 1 BNB ni about, imeshuka sahi, ni about $589. But let's round it up to $600 for easier calculation. Now $600 na kuingia rank 15 una require, na hiyo ni moja, kuingia rank 15 una require 54 BNB. 54 BNB mtu yangu unatoa wapi? Na uliingia na sotano. Now, very easy. So this answers everything. The community contributes it all to you. This community, this one, ya RainBNB, hiyo ndo itakuchangia hizo BNB za kukuingiza hiyo rank. That is how powerful RainBNB is. Lakini watu wangu, you need to open your eyes and realize the potential of this tool. Kumbuka, when something is decentralized, that means the government has no knowledge of anything you're doing there, of the kind of money you're making there. Watakutrakaje? Hii si kitu ati una register na email yako ama bank account. Hapana, this is purely crypto decentralization, blockchain technology. Sijui kaa mpaka hapo tumeelewa. Now that is just recurring level bonus, 1.5% kwa kila level. But now for you to attain this, you must refer at least 2 people. Even though design kitu, at least 2 people through your link. That is the list. There's no limit as to how many people you can bring to this thing. You can bring kijiji yote kutumia link yako moja. Kumbuka, ukitumia link yako kila mtu anakuchangia direct. Aya, si hiyo peke yake. Now the first 2 ambao utakuwa umerefer na link yako, kuna vile itakuwa exemption from them contributing to you again, because sasa hao si watakuwa washakuchangia. Now besides them, hao wengine ambao watakuwa wanakuja kuchangia whether directly through your link or not, because kumbuka, people are being forced to contribute to each other, whether uliletwa na link ya msee fulani ama but now this is enjoyed after your level ya kwanza. Ukiingia sasa ya pili kuendelea, unalipwa hata na watu hata si wa Kenya. Imagine unachangiwa do na hata watu hata wako Kenya ama hiyo continent yenu. Because kumbuka, hii platform ama hii tool iko decentralized, kumaanisha hata mtu wako India ana access, mtu wako China ana access, Japan, Australia ndani, US ndani. So where do you want to risk? Because kuna also other ways of making money online. Ziko mingi sana. Lakini sasa wewe ni gani ndo ina make sense? I'm trying to make sense to you here. Umetoa 350 yako ama 500, depending na vile soko iko hiyo wakati, because if the market is very volatile na value imepanda, of course ni from 500 shillings, but the sooner you onboard yourself the easier or the cheaper, juu itakuwa ime cost less, lakini check hizo rewards unakuja kupata afterwards. Sawa sawa. Haya, besides hiyo tumemalizana na recurring level bonus, tuingie kwa hiyo ingine ya aina rank upgrade bonus. Rank upgrade nayo wanakulipa, so kumbuka kwa kila rank unaingia, like I said, unachangiwa do, na it goes all the way to the 15th rank. So utafikaje hiyo 15th kama hujachangiwa na community? Juu ku raise 54 BNB bro is not cheap, si pesa ndogo. 1 BNB is about $600. $600 convert to Kenya shillings, that's roughly 80 something K, 81,000 I think. Kabisa. So multiply that with 654. So that is why I term RainBNB as the most powerful financial empowerment tool that we Africans can use to liberate ourselves. Tujiondoe kwa hii system kabisa, tuache kuwa controlled na pesa zetu. Imagine wewe umeenda umetolea pesa yako sweat, hiyo jasho yote, saa zingine hata blood, maybe not tears but blood lazima, juu lazima maybe utavunjika mkono, ukatike mahali. These are ni hazards tu zinakam tu along with your workplace or even at home, depending on where you are. So you decide, where do you want your future to lie? In the blockchain space, where you are where wealth is decentralized and distributed equally to everyone, ama kwa hii system yenye inakontroliwa na the likes of the people who are in power, who steal your taxes. So tufungue macho, tutumie akili na tupige mahesabu. This is the future right here. Sawa sawa. Tuingie kwa ya 5, royalties. Now royalties nazo zinaanzia kutoka hizo prestigious level, na prestigious level inaanzia icon. Icon I believe should be from the 7th rank, the 9th rank. That will give you a total of 6 ranks going up to give you the total of 15 ranks. Yeah, so icon, which is the lowest rank of those prestigious ranks before you get to the 15th one, which is a creator one. Icon will be giving you a royalty of 1% every day. This is not monthly, not yearly, not Remember, the community is being built every day. Kila siku watu wanajoin community, because whether you are not joining RainBNB from your local country, kuna mtu mahali in another continent even anajoin RainBNB. So you, whoever, or rather the person who has reached at the icon rank, can easily receive hizo royalties every single day, either through the community he's built himself, ama ile community ambayo imekuwa ikigrow through either efforts zake, za watu wake, ama wale watu walimleta. So remember, this is a community based tool. It requires everyone, for everyone to thrive. Sawa. Ni simple hivyo. Haya, your rank next inaitwa legend. Legend nayo pia inakupea 1%. After legend kuna emperor. Emperor sasa inapungua kidogo, because remember, this is an even bigger community. So the higher the rank, the more ama the larger ama the bigger the community keeps going, ama ambayo inakuja kukuchangia. So the numbers keep swelling as you're climbing those ranks. That's why wanaenda wakipunguza hizo royalties for it to be able to sustain itself. Sawa sawa, ndio iweze kulipa kila mtu sustainable. Now remember, ukiingia ama ukiingiza mtu, si umepigwa 70%. So unajiuliza hiyo 30% kwani inaenda wapi? Naibiwa? Hapana. Kumbuka hii ni peer to peer. There's no central entity to steal from you. Hakuna. But now, if you choose not to upgrade to those ranks, you are missing out on zile benefits ambazo zilikuwa zinafaa kuja kwako. That is why it is important for each and every one of you to keep upgrading in those ranks. Kumbuka, ukiupgrade, hiyo ni mchango umetoa. So hiyo inamaanisha sasa wewe uko eligible kureceive hizo michango from multiple people, depending on ile size ambayo iko allocated for that specific rank to give to you ama to contribute to you. Ile ya kwanza of course haikuwa na limit, lakini as you proceed kuna vile wameiweka ama wamedesign hiyo system uko unachangiwa na certain group as you grow. So community inaenda ikigrow na hizo michango pia. Juu hiyo do inaenda ikigrow. The money is swelling. So inaenda tu nikaa kibaluni inaenda kiblow, ki-expand. So as you proceed now to the even higher rank, which is Conqueror. Conqueror pia inakupea royalty ya 0.4%. Remember, as I was explaining, hizi royalties zinatoka kwa hizo 30% zenye zilikuwa zinaekwa kando. Hii in short ni kama savings fund. Sijui kama tunaelewana. Juu as you are reaching the prestigious ranks, ni kama sasa wanakuwekea kitu kama retirement package hivi. Are we understanding each other? Because once you have completed the cycles, unaenda unamaliza unarudi tu tena. Because maybe yes, you have made a certain amount of money. Na hutaki kutosheka na hiyo do. So unachanga tu tena. Also, now after Conqueror kuna Chancellor. Chancellor nayo inakupatia royalty ya 0.3% every day. After Chancellor tunaingia sasa ya mwisho. This is the highest of the prestigious ranks. Excuse me. No. The highest rank there is now what we call ama refer to as creator rank. That one now gives you 0.2% every day. Now this is 0.2% is not just from one person, but from the total of I think about 33,000 strong in that specific community. 13,000 people are supposed to contribute to you. Ama wataku earn a royalty of a total of 0.2%. So that's basically how it works. Now after royalty, we come to the sixth earning sixth bonus. Which is the lifestyle enhancement reward. Sasa lifestyle nayo iko na breakdown. Hii inakufungulia vitu zinaitwa maclubs. So hizi clubs, because remember royalties is also a fund. Lifestyle is also another savings fund pia. But now to attain this, you need to have reached those prestigious ranks. Sasa ukifika huko unaingizwa kwa club ya kwanza. Club ya kwanza wanaita Prime Club. Prime Club gives you about $3,000. Now this $3,000 ni yako ya kwenda kujibamba. Sawa sawa. I believe some of us usually have some sort of travel fund or savings that we usually allocate some money maybe every month inaendanga huko for December holidays. Same thing is happening here with RainBNB. Kumbuka mtu yangu uliingia na assuming ni 500 yako. Sawa sawa. 500 yako inakuja inakufungulia hizi vitu zote my friend, just through the community. Nakumbuka bado unagiftiwa na watu wako, people are still contributing or gifting you money, watu wanakuchangia do. Sijui kama mnanielewa. Hii kitu ni noma. Haya, tutoke kwa hiyo club, tuingie kwa hii ingine inaitwa Elite Club. Nayo Elite Club inaitwa iko na kitu, iko na fund yake inaitwa Luxury Fund. Sasa Luxury Fund inafaa kukupea $25,000 worth. Hii unaweza itumia kufanya kitu yote unaweza taka. Unaweza tumia bado kuiallocate kwa travel fund yako, kuimake even more ama even bigger, assuming you have a big family and you want to take them for vacation, maybe abroad or somewhere on a cruise line or something. It's not cheap, but hii inaweza facilitate hizo costs, au sio? Haya, tutoke hapo tuingie kwa Royal Club. Royal Club nayo inakupatia fund ambayo wanaita car fund. Itakufund about $50,000. $50,000 na exchange rate yetu ya I think 130, 134 inakupatia around what 6.5 somewhere there. Hiyo si pesa mbaya. Hapo unaweza nunua Porsche moja safi. Na hiyo ni Porsche Cayenne. Ama unaweza nunua Mercedes GLS ama GLE or I don't know, something or a car worth that value. But remember, bado umepewa michango na community. Sawa sawa, za hizo ranks umeingia ama hizo levels, umechangiwa do na si kidogo. Maybe hata ulishajibaia gari kitambo, so unaamua hii funds inaweza utilize elsewhere. Yani you're being given money just for being in a community that is building each other financially. Hiyo ni fire. Aya, tuende kwa hiyo ingine inaitwa Crown Club. Sasa Crown Club, apparently this is your house fund. Now, your house fund is worth $100,000. Ukiconvert kwa your local currency, hiyo ni 13 million Kenya shillings. $100,000 is 13 million Kenya shillings. Labda ile michango ulishapewa kitambo, ulishajenga nayo hao. So utafanya nini na hii 13? So unaipea matumizi ingine ama una invest kwa project ingine? Are you not building your economy? When you're building even your house, si hapo umebuild economy, juu umepea watu mboka. Umenunua hizo mawe, hizo machuma zimetaksiwa pia. As in, the economy keeps running and growing. And if we have even better leaders, si economy inaenda ikithrive. Africa becomes even tunasurpass first world countries. We go way ahead of them, technology wise and in many other different aspects. So please, RainBNB is a big tool. It is very, very powerful. Finally, tuko na what we call Supreme Club. Supreme Club nayo ni ngori. Supreme Club ni ngori. Hii wanasema watakuwa loketia kitu inaitwa Villa Fund. Villa Fund mnaweza guess ni do ngapi? Kama house fund ni $100,000. Je, Villa Fund ni kama ngapi hivi? Let me tell you. Yes, haijafika mita, but it is half of that. It will give you or fund you $500,000. Na hii ni pesa ingi kwa bank mtu yangu. Because $500,000, in fact, hata acha turudi nyuma, turudi back to Elite Club. Elite Club inakupiga $25,000. Account yako haijaigusa hata mita. Assuming now we were using a centralized means of, these contributions. Ati sasa tumeregister kampuni hapa Kenya ama somewhere here in Africa, And then now people are now contributing money to each other. The moment your account is hitting more than 1 million Kenya shillings, inafriziwa na CBK, because they would want to know where the source of those funds are or is, ama hiyo pesa inatoka wapi, ama mnafanya nini kupata hizo do, because according to them it would be a scheme to launder money, because they do not understand exactly what the community is doing. But when you are using a decentralized tool that is built on the blockchain system, can they control you? Of course not. Can they censor you? Of course not. Can they stop you? Hawezi freeze wallet yako because they have no access or control to it besides you. Hata wakuja wachukue hiyo simu ama hata hii yangu, waende waichokore, sawa sawa, ama waende nayo tu kabisa waibe. I can easily go get another phone, download that same Web3 wallet, and reopen that wallet, that specific one that I had used to join with RainBNB, na nipate hizo do zangu ziko hapo hapo, hakuna kitu amevuta nje. That is how powerful decentralization is. You cannot stop a revolution that is decentralized. This is power that is now distributed to everyone, not any specific individuals. You know, it's easy to stop maybe something like a company or stop a group of people. But when something is decentralized to everyone, including you cannot stop that. That is how powerful RainBNB is. So just to sum up the Supreme Club, giving you that $500,000, remember these are funds that are hitting your wallet instantly. Once umeachieve to your requirements, ni hivyo. Hakuna mtu ana hold back door yako. Ni system tu vile imekuwa set. Once umeunlock to whatever requirement you need for you to achieve that, sido ina hit to wallet. And like I said, these transactions don't take more than 5 seconds. It's lightning fast. Nisha. Kitu isha hit wallet yako before you know it, ama before you even blink or think twice. Asa, it's up to you now to decide what to do with those money, ama those funds. We have things like decentralized exchanges where you can easily move bits of those monies, because pia kumbuka, mtu yangu, you have to keep your wealth silent. Once you're making more than 1 million shillings, sasa unaanza kuskrimia watu yani. Ama why do you want to make such big transactions? If you want to buy a car, we have car dealers, even in Kenya, who accept cryptocurrencies in form of payment. So it's time to kuwe wise, watu wangu. Decentralization is the way to go. Kama hujawatch hiyo movie nilikuwa nimeanza nayo, inaitwa G20. Actually, it came out just recently. I believe it should be in the cinemas by now. It's also online for those who want to stream free on free streaming platforms such as Gujara, F Movies, and the likes. Watch that movie from there. There's a villain and a hold hostage our leaders of the 20 richest countries in the world. Na anaitisha ransom, lakini what he's actually trying to do is manipulate the markets, the forex market, this fiat market, crash the economy, ndiyo value ya Bitcoin ipande. Watu wa panic, wauze hizo assets zao, wakimbilie crypto. But we need to look at the big message here. What they're actually trying to say is that blockchain technology is taking over in a big way. And this movie comes after Trump he will endorse or recognize Bitcoin as a legal financial tender. That means it will be legally tradable in the US markets. The federal is trying to put some caps on it and limit its accessibility and its power, but you cannot stop blockchain technology. Hiyo ni kitu hawaezi. Sasa kama hata okay, hii si movie ya kwanza wameleta information ama stories about Bitcoin. There are several other movies and also series, I believe. But it's high time Africans adopted or embraced cryptocurrency. And one of the ways or the best ways to embrace it is if you're making money out of it. Am I making sense? Because you cannot embrace something if you do not know is financially beneficial to you. So let's talk sense. So if it does benefit you and you actually see that this is actual money, come on. Watu watawaka moto. So that is why I want to push this campaign big time, and nataka support ya donors, sponsors, investors, tushikane mkono bana. Because remember, I'm not just activating 1.5 million free, I'm not just doing 1.5 million free activations. This is a huge network of individuals who are fresh to the blockchain technology, because I am doing what we call grassroots activations. I'm creating grassroots empowerment, grassroots activations, and grassroots growth, because those are the people who need it the most. They need to understand exactly where the world is headed, because otherwise they'll be left behind. So they need to move with the trend, and the trend right now is crypto. Not just Bitcoin, crypto in general. Now, we have tools. We have a tool here. Na hiyo tool yetu ni RainBNB. It is a smart contract. Even the name itself can tell you. It's not an AI. It's just a contract that has been programmed to work a specific way, only to benefit the community. Not individuals, the community. So we need each other in order to grow. Otherwise, without that, hatuwezi grow. Bila hiyo hatuwezi. So I believe, I hope nimeshare as much information as possible. This is just the morning session. In the afternoon, I might come in and talk probably about something else. Please feel free to join the live. And I also hope you'll be able to find time to join that live. I'll probably be talking about other ways on how BNB can benefit the community and how the community can easily grow by maximizing the power of this decentralized tool. So we're basically trying to drive mass adoption, and through the free activations, I believe, or I know, I will have caught the whole of Africa. Africa tuko karibu 1.5 billion. Just 1.5 million, which is 0.1, hata si 1%, 0.1%, tuko chini ya 1. By the time tunafikisha information to even half a B of the total African population, how far do you think we would have been? Ama we would have gotten to? So embrace RainBNB mapema. The sooner you do it, the sooner you're going to benefit, because hii ni community inakuja pia kuja kuchangia. So also you can support through being part of the community. That is going to be helpful, because the more the merrier. Hapa ni watu wanakuja kuchangiana, and the effect of this is very positive in our own country's economies, because hizi pesa umegain huko, kwani utazispend wapi? Si ni huku tu. Hata kama utaamua kutravel, kwani utaenda aje? Lazima utabook. Utaenda ya passport, kama ni kurenew ama kuchukua mpya, visa kuapply, hiyo ni income kwa serikali juu kuna taxes and things like that, or however these things apply. Aya, ukienda book ticket, ukinunua kitu kwa nini, either via phone ama kwa supermarket ama using a cab, all these things are taxed. So in one way or the other, the government benefits. That builds our economy greatly, and it will do the same for the entire African continent. So this is a call or an empowerment campaign or an awareness campaign. to basically enlighten people or give more information about RainBNB and how the whole community is generally going to benefit out of this initiative. So please support this campaign. You can also be sharing the live, because it's also very powerful. You never know who it reaches. It may be just that one person who changes this whole thing. Huyo mmoja tu. So share this live. I will be posting this video after this, and then I will leave details in the description box as well. So please be sure to check this video again, maybe to even further understand our initiative and how powerful RainBNB is. Yeah, so I believe I should now be ending my live. If we have any questions, maybe we can ask. If we don't, I will see you in the afternoon, and then we can discuss further about RainBNB. I'll see you. Tuko na swali kweli? All right. So thank you for sending your love, your gifts. We appreciate. And I think I see a message here. All right. So I think I'll just end the live there. Sorry about that. Yeah, so guys, I'll see you on the next live, and we'll talk more about RainBNB. So cheers.